Earth Day is this week, so our reading this week will be about Earth Day, and we'll have some other activities to do throughout the week as well. Today, we are going to be reading about Greta Thunberg and Earth. Many people want to protect Earth. Many people celebrate protecting Earth on Earth Day. Earth Day is April 22nd. One person who wants to protect Earth is Greta Thunberg. Greta was born in Sweden. Greta is 17 years old. That's about as old as some of you. She would be a high school student if she were here in America. Greta has Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is a kind of autism. You may know people with autism also. People with autism may think differently. Greta gives speeches about climate change. She learned about climate change at 8 years old. Climate is the usual weather in a place. Many people think climate is changing. They think climate change could be dangerous for Earth. Climate change may bring floods, storms, wildfires, and more. Greta wants to help stop climate change. Greta wants government leaders to help too. She started protests in front of government buildings. Students around the world heard about Greta. They wanted to help stop climate change. Those students started to do protests too. Greta started to meet with leaders. Now she meets with leaders around the world. Greta talks to leaders about climate change. She talks about how leaders can protect Earth. Greta asks leaders to write laws. She wants the laws to protect Earth. Greta asks other people to protect Earth too. Greta thinks everyone can help. Greta has ideas to protect Earth. Greta asks people not to fly on planes. Planes can make pollution, and pollution can hurt the Earth. Protecting Earth is important to Greta Thunberg. Greta is brave. She meets with many adult leaders. She talks about something important to her. Why is protecting Earth important? Now let's read a little bit more about who Greta is. Greta Thunberg was born in Stockholm, Sweden. Greta started doing protests in 2018. Time magazine named Greta the 2019 Person of the Year. She is the youngest person to be a Person of the Year. Now Greta gives speeches around the world. When we're thinking about where this story takes place, it is in Sweden. Greta Thunberg was born in Sweden. Sweden is a country in Northern Europe. The capital city of Sweden is Stockholm. The Baltic Sea is southeast of Sweden. Sweden is part of the Scandinavian peninsula. So even though Greta was born in Sweden, she is doing things to help the whole world. And finally, here is a recipe for Swedish meatballs that you can make with your family. They sound delicious.